Let's see if I have everything in a field of vision the way I want to. I don't think so right now. Alright. Let's move this to the side some more. And then I think we've just about got it. Alright. Should be good to go. So today I will be playing with Dr. Stephen Strange versus Klaw. Klaw is the second difficulty out of the base game. Enemies Rhino is the first. I'm still moving things in a field of vision, by the way. Sorry about that. So Klaw is the second difficulty. I think Dr. Strange is going to be a little too powerful to do Rhino. Plus, I think we did Rhino the last couple of times. I usually start off with the easiest villain whenever I try a new hero deck. But I think in this case, Klaw should be fine. And Doctor Strange is one of the expansion hero packs that you can buy separately. So what we're doing in Marvel Champions is that we are battling with a hero against a villain, and we win by taking down the villain. The villain currently has 12 hit points per player, and because I'm playing solo, that means he has 12 hit points. And like any good villain in any superhero, comic or movie, hi Lycan, you will have to defeat him, and then he comes back with a vengeance. So he will come back stronger. You have to knock him down again, and then you will win the game. You will lose the game when all of your heroes in solo mode, that's just the one hero, runs out of hit points when he's defeated, or when the villain accomplishes his master plan. That's a main scheme. In Klaw's case, that's a little different. He actually has two of them. So this is one main scheme, and it says 6 threat per player. And if he accomplishes that, he gets to do another one. And if he accomplishes that as well, then we lose the game. So we don't lose right away when he accomplishes this card, which is great. This card also told me to put this particular scheme into play at the beginning. And it has 2 threat plus 1 per player. So in solo, that's 3 threat. It has a crisis icon. That means until this one is defeated, I cannot remove threat from this one. And this also says I should discard cards from the encounter deck until we find a minion, and then the minion is going to be engaged with me. That's not a minion. There we go. We have a minion. So he's going to be fighting us as well. Minions are engaged with whomever is starting player in solo mode. It's just going to be me. And of course you can solo with multiple heroes if you want. Cat, please do not run through my game, thank you. So this minion has a health of 6, 1 scheme or 2 attack, plus 1 additional damage, that's not great. And he would actually attack every other hero as well, not just the starting player. Which doesn't matter in solo mode, but in multiplayer he's pretty vicious. So now what we're going to do is grab our hand size, which is 6 in our alter ego mode. Once per turn you can alternate. In this mode you can recover some health. In this mode you can attack or thwart the villain's plans, as well as defend against attacks. You can do that once per round, and usually in hero mode your hand limit is a little lower than it is in alter ego mode. I'm going to move the deck more to the side. The special thing about Doctor Strange is he has a deck of spells, because duh. He's Doctor Strange. So that's what he's doing. And whenever he's in his alter ego mode, he can only discard the top deck here. So if there's a spell I do not currently want in this round, I can cycle through that deck a little bit. And on this other side, I can exhaust him. And exhausting means turning him to the side. That means he won't get to thwart or attack, but instead he will get to activate one of those spells. So that's pretty nice. Each deck in Marvel Champions is made up of 3 parts. The first part is a hero deck, in this case Doctor Strange. You always use all cards in that deck. Then it's 1 aspect, in this case it's protection. There's also justice, leadership and aggression. And then some basic cards that you can mix in with everything. And you can just swap out aspects between different pre-made hero sets, but you can also customize your deck all by yourself at the start of a game if you would prefer that kind of play. I haven't done that yet myself because I've been having fun with all of the pre-built decks so far. And they are releasing quite a few of them, so I'm good to go. But I do enjoy deck building, so at some point I'm probably gonna dive into that, especially now that I have some hero packs with some new cards that would be nice to mix and match with other hero packs. Alrighty. Hi Floof. You might hear the cat in the background every once in a while. Yes, cat. Okay, let's see what we've got. You have different types of cards here, and this will be a cost, so you discard other cards and count the icons. Usually they're just one, but sometimes it counts as two. You discard cards to pay for other cards, basically. And there's different types. Events are one use. Allies are weaker heroes that will fight with you temporarily. They're usually pretty easy for the villain to defeat, but you can use them to defend you as well, which can be pretty handy. Then you have upgrades, which are permanent and attached to a hero generally, and support cards, which are also permanent but go into the field. We have one that lets us heal, which is nice, but we're not damaged yet, so not super useful. This one says the hero will get an additional thwart, attack, and defend. I think he's gonna exhaust an awful lot and use his spells, in which case these upgrades aren't very useful, but you could play them under any player's control. So in a multiplayer game, you could actually cast the magical enhancements on another player's hero. It's really nice that way. And this is only available for a single round. Oh, I should put him back on alter ego mode because we hadn't started yet. You know, they always start like that. I think in this case, because it's only one round, this might be okay, because this one isn't very interesting. This one will let us choose a status card. At some point, both heroes and villains can be tough or confused or stunned. Tough is usually good for you. If you have it, confused or stunned is bad. And vice versa, you don't want any of them to be tough. Alrighty. And let's see, this says we can upgrade permanently, and after I defend and do not take damage, so I manage to defend a full attack, I get to draw an additional card. His hand size is pretty large, I don't think we need that too badly. This says when she's defeated, we can shuffle her back into my deck, which is nice. This lets me generate a resource, so that helps me pay for other stuff. It does that once per round, so that's pretty neat. And this says whenever a treachery is revealed, cancel and discard. So this is a really nice protective one. I did notice at the start of the game we already discarded quite a few treacheries. So for now, I'm not sure I need that too badly. I think I'm going to prioritize these two and potentially her. Alright. I'm going to start with her. With this. There we go. I said her because I was just talking about Klaw. That's one, so that means I have to discard something. That's one. Oh, I can do this better. I should do this first. So let's see. This is two. We discard two things. I think this one isn't very useful, and I either have this one or this one. My team is more expensive, and I'm not really damaged yet, so I think for now that's okay. I am gonna catch quite a few damage this round, though, but hey, future Nona's problem, right? I'm not sure if any of his spells have healing. Maybe I should save this for now. I'll do the protective ward instead. Okay, and then we can exhaust this, so we tap it sideways and we generate one resource, and that one resource we can use to pay for this guy, which seems like a good plan. I think I am going to do the action of discarding the top one, even if I don't need it yet. Then I know what's coming up for the next round. Ooh, that would let us draw 3 cards. That would be a nice one next round. Then I'm going to swap him to his hero mode. And he currently has a +1 to everything, so that's nice. Which means he actually has a thwart of 3, so we can get this side scheme out of play, which seems like a good plan, so let's do that. And that's pretty much all we can do. That means we've exhausted him as well. And then at the end of the hero phase, all hero cards get back to active and you refill up to your hand limit. If you want, you can throw cards out of your hands before that. There we go. So now I have 5 because I'm in hero mode, so my hand size is lower. And then we go to the villain and the minions to attack us. And this one says 2 + 1 is an attack of 3, so we go down 3. We can defend before that if we want. We currently have a defense of 3 as well, so I don't think that would be too... I think that might be a good idea. I also have this one to Ooh, I have a lot of interrupts. When your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense for that attack. And then if you take no damage, ready your hero. Oh, that's pretty nice. I might want to throw that on the villain. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so whatever you do when a villain attacks, you should draw booster cards, and that might have some of those red icons, so you can get between 1 and 3 damage, which means in this case he could, it says, get an additional booster card, so I could get between 0 and 6 damage. So I think this one would be good to throw at that. There we go. What am I discarding for that? Choices. This one. Am I right? No, I'm gonna discard Klaw. Sorry, Klaw. I might regret that later, because I should get rid of the minions, so I do need a little bit more attack power. And yeah, if I don't go down to 0, it's fine. Okay, so we're doing his attack first and then the minion. So my defense is now +2, that makes it 2, +2, +1 is 5 for now. And then we're drawing 2 booster cards. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Hey, that's not nice. I'm glad I have this one up top. And you might have noticed it has either scheme or attack. Scheme would mean if you're in alter ego mode, then he can't find you, so he can't attack you, and instead he will further his plan. Oh, I forgot to do that. At the start of each villain phase, he always puts 1 threat per player here. And in addition, he will either scheme or attack, depending on what mode you're in. I have to discard my other defense card, so that's not great, but it's okay. So that was 1 booster card, currently no damage, and another booster card that's only 1. Well, that's a waste of my defense. But I had to exhaust to defend, and because I took no hits, I get to ready myself again. So I'm not actually exhausted from defending, so that's pretty nice. So that was his attack. And now he has to attack me, so that's gonna be 3. I can't do anything to stop that anymore. Well, I could technically defend, because this is a defense of 3, but then he's exhausted, and I think I would like to use his ability, so I'm gonna take the hit. Alrighty. And then after that, because of course you have to have some kind of encounter, otherwise comics and superhero movies would be boring, guys. So each player, beginning with the starting player, in solo mode just me, draws 1 encounter card, reveals it and resolves it. So you might have noticed when drawing booster cards, all these cards have a whole lot of text. When drawing boosters, you just look at those little red icons at the bottom. But when doing an encounter, you actually do the entire card. In this case, I'm in hero mode. Take 2 damage. That's not good. And then Klaw heals 2 damage, but I hadn't hit him yet, so that's fine. Hi, Floof. Alright, so that's gonna be okay. And then back to us. That's the end of 1 entire turn. We get a hero phase, a villain phase, and then you repeat until you either win or lose. I am gonna do this one, exhaust this. Actually, did I have to discard that one? I did. I only put the top one at the bottom. I shouldn't. So, discard pile. This one says resolve the special ability after paying the cost. The cost is 0. So, I get to draw 3 cards. Which would be helpful because I don't have a whole bunch right now. And I should discard this one because it was the end of the previous round. And that one was only good for 1 round. Alrighty. Oh, this is nice. This says, when I'm in alter ego mode, I can search my deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card. So I could potentially get that magical enhancement one back. Or just look through my deck. Looking through my deck is really nice, except I make it a habit of not actually reading through the entire deck before I play a new hero. So I have no idea what's in there. So that's going to take a while and I don't really want to do that. I might get the one that was in the discard pile that protects me from a treachery. I don't know. Maybe I won't use it at all. Let's see, what else do we got? This is another one of that +2 defense that we just had. This says I can heal 2 damage and then deal 2 damage. That's a pretty nice combo. And this one would also let me heal. Healing looks like it's kind of necessary at this point. So let's see if we can get some of those out. I can also do this that says if I pay this, I can do this. That would let me give up to 3 characters a tough status, which means the first attack would not actually hit me. Which is nice if you have allies, because then you can protect your allies as well. Lycan says, Drawing cards is the best part of every card game. Searching your deck when you don't yet know your deck is not a good part. Cats, why are you all on the table? This is so unhelpful. Okay, choices. I was going to do this one. I think, can I do that? I want to do both of these. I don't think I can afford both of these. Because that would be 5 and I have 1, 2, 3. With this one I have 4. That doesn't work. So then this one might be better. The reason why I was leaning towards doing this is because I really want to get rid of the minion. And if I don't start hitting him now, he's just gonna get in the way for a whole lot longer. So yeah, that could be a problem. But I can also do it next round, so let's just do this one first. I'm gonna exhaust this, because it has to be in hero mode. So that pays for 1 out of 3, and then I have to discard 2 others. I definitely want to save both of these. So that means we're discarding these other 2. I may very well regret this. Actually, I think this one is strong. I should save this. I want to save everything. That's not how this goes, guys. Meh. I think I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna end up in the other form anyway, so then I won't really need that as much. So this gets 3 counters, and once per round I can exhaust it and heal 2 damage. So I'm gonna put 2 counters on there and heal a little bit right away. Cats, play nice. Alrighty, I'm gonna save these. I'm gonna flip this one to the other side. I cannot heal right now, but at the start of the next turn I could potentially heal another 3 damage or just do this instead. And then I can still use his special action even though he's exhausted and put this one at the bottom, which I think would be better right now. Or discard, whatever. Okay, the next one would say remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse the villain. Well, that seems like a nice spell to have next time. My hand size is now 6, so I'm gonna refill. I'm gonna put all of these back. And then back to him. He's gonna do 1 at the start of the turn. Then 1 from this and 2 from that. So that's another 3. There we go. So that's 5 out of 6. So we're gonna have to do something about it. But this would let us discard 4. So we can do that for a little longer. Should be good. And then we're at an encounter. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support that you control. If you cannot discard any, it gains surge, which means you would draw a new one, which would suck. Well, we're gonna do this one because this one is definitely stronger, so we're getting rid of that. Free resource was nice, but this is another 4 damage to heal, so this one is definitely more important right now. There we go. That was the encounter, and then it's back to us. What else did we draw? More healing cards. It makes sense, it's a protection deck, but protection is honestly my least favorite aspect. I don't really like playing too defensively. It's smart, especially against Klaw, but I don't like it. Alright. This has to be in hero form, so I can't do that yet. I'm gonna start by just flipping here. Alright. I'm gonna save this one for the one below here because I'm gonna assume that's a damage one. So I'm gonna use his main ability to do this right now. And that would have me discard 1 card. I'm just gonna discard the other medbay. I don't really plan on doing that anytime soon. And that would say confuse the villain, which is great because that means the next time he would scheme, he doesn't actually scheme. And remove 4 threat. So that's also great. And then this goes away. He's exhausted. The next one would say stun an enemy and deal 7 damage. Oh, that's nice. That could kill him straight away. I like that. And if we activate that with this card next time, then after that it goes back on top of this deck. So basically we can use it twice next turn. Once to get rid of this guy and then once to hit him with 7 damage. So that sounds like a plan. Well, it really depends on the hero deck because the hero always has to be the same. So in with Doctor Strange, he has some pretty powerful cards from the looks of it, especially this one, for example. So I think with protection, that's kind of nice because he has to stay in hero mode a lot to use these. So he also kind of needs to heal, and not having to flip back to heal is pretty adventurous. So I think with this one, it really works. But there's also Mrs. Marvel, for example, which is my favorite expansion pack so far. And in her case, it's doable against Rhino at least, but it's a really slow build. You can't do like any big moves. You really have to build up a lot of support cards and upgrades and allies in order to make her pre-built deck work. And in multiplayer, it goes a lot quicker because she can really assist the other one. So in solo mode, her pre-built deck is a really weird style of play. And I think her pre-built deck really does need to be combined with a more aggressive aspect than protection. But I feel like if you have a hero like Thor or Doctor Strange that does a whole bunch of damage from their own personal cards, then I think protection can be very helpful because you don't have to flip back and forth. And it will depend on your hero. Like She-Hulk, you want to flip back and forth because she has abilities that will trigger when you change her form. So in her case, you probably wouldn't want protection as much, because when you have protection, I don't feel like you have to flip back and forth a whole lot. So I really think it depends on the hero. I think this is a better protection combo than Mrs. Marvel for sure. But Mrs. Marvel is amazing with pretty much everything else. I should play her more. That's probably going to be the first one I customize a deck for as well. Okay, choices. I have more cards to play. Let's do that. I probably want to play one of these and get it held up a little bit. What does this do? Shuffle a spell card from my discard pile into my deck and then draw one card. Do I have spell cards? Ah, yes. And I do get another card with it, so that's not awful, but yeah, not really needed. This one I need to save for next round, so basically I can use both of these. Or this one. This one isn't too interesting either. I think I'm gonna save the other healing one as well. Maybe. I think I'm gonna need those. So okay, I'm gonna discard these two and get this one into play that says heal 2 damage. And then deal 2 damage. I'm gonna deal 2 damage to him because he's gonna be dead with the 7 damage next round anyway, so there's no use wasting any damage on him. Some minions have a guard ability, which means I couldn't hit the villain when they're out, but this one doesn't. Flew, if your tail is in the way. And I got to heal 2 damage, so I go back to 9. I'm gonna need that. And I could do that, but I can only heal 1 more because I have a health limit of 10, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna refill my hand up to 5. Ah, see, that's one of those cards that would let you pay 2 from a cost, so that would already be 2 this entire card, or 2 out of 3 for that one. So that can be nice. And back to him. 1 threat at the start of every turn, of every phase, and then he gets to attack. That means drawing booster cards. Ooh, 2. That's not great. Plus exhaust each ally you control. That's not a problem. So that's only 2. That's not that bad yet. So far I'm quite liking the timing. And this is 2 plus 1, so that's another 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's 4, so that's less amazing. If we now get an encounter that says the villain attacks again, we could be in real trouble. Let's hope we don't. If we do, this is gonna be a very short game. Another minion. Well, also not great. After this card is revealed, reveal an additional encounter card. No! Nobody wants that. Seriously? Alright, apparently we are. Uh-oh. Remember the card I said we do not want? The villain attacks you? Guess what I grabbed? This could be a problem. At least the minions don't attack again, so that's great. I'm gonna have to defend this one. I don't think I can risk that. I'm gonna do the +2 for defense. That means I have a defense of 4, and hopefully we'll end up with 0 damage, because in that case we can ready him, because I kind of really want to use him to do that. So let's hope that works. 2 booster cards, because he's Klaw. 3, that's not a good start. Give the villain a tough status card. I'm okay with that. So that's only 3. That means no damage. We get to ready him again. Oh, we have to pay for him. Let's not forget to pay for him. Which one am I paying for? this one then, I suppose. Because I kind of want to save this one to put him into play at some point. Doesn't matter, actually. I'm gonna be discarding that one to put that into play, so it doesn't matter. I might as well save this and throw the really expensive card into the trash. And then use that to either pay for this one or for this one. And I think this one is stronger, so it's more important to do that. Even though it seems wasteful to use a double on something that's only one. Yeah, like, and this was a really bad draw, but hey, look, we're alive. This one can have a rainbow, because next time we attack him, he also gets a stun card, so he can have a rainbow of status cards. That's not great. Well, actually, it is if he did enough stuff. It's better that he has a rainbow of status cards than I do, but okay, back to us. I no longer have a whole bunch of cards in my hand, but I'm alive, so we'll take it. Let's do the med bay. That's not even a question at this point. There we go, that's 6. And then I'm gonna do this one. Pay for the printed cost. Oh crap, that's also 2. Okay, so then this one has to go out to pay for this. And then paying for the printed cost is 2. And that will let me do 6 damage, as well as a stun card. So that means I can either stun him so his next attacks will miss, or I can stun him. But he would be dead right away, so that's kind of wasteful. I assume I'm gonna have to do that to the same person, don't I? Yeah, stun an enemy and then deal 7 damage to it. The question is, do we want to get rid of this one? Or do I want to do that next turn? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll just get rid of him. He would get a stun card for like 0.2 seconds and he dies. So, you know, deal with it. Alrighty. I have no more cards. I have 6 health. And I could potentially be hit quite a lot. I think I'm gonna flip back for now to be safe. Then I also have a larger hand size, which seems like it would be a good idea at this point. This dude runs through cards, which might sound nice, but once his deck runs out, you get an extra encounter for that round, so it's not actually all that great. Okay, 1 for the start of the villain phase. He would scheme, but he's confused, so he doesn't actually scheme. We just get rid of the confused card. And then he does scheme, so that's another one. So he's now at 4 out of 6, and then we get an encounter. Oh, I should rotate him back. I didn't do any of this. I can still either recover or do this, because I didn't exhaust him. I used another card to do this. I should do that before I do all his entire phase. So recovery seems smarter, so I'm just going to put him at 9. There we go. Okay. Sorry for the wrong order of this, guys. Lycan says I stunned the villain so hard he couldn't get back up. Or the minion in this case. That would be nice. Okay, encounter time. I just really forgot that I had to use him, because usually you would exhaust him to trigger this, and in this case I had a card for it. One of these. Seriously, more minions? Go away! Oh, this is really crappy timing too. This is a guard, so until I defeat him I cannot attack this one. Oh, I should have thrown the 7 damage at him and just let the stupid minion live. Oh, that sucks. Alrighty. Back to us. Choices. Ooh, nice. This lets me both heal damage but also discard status cards. That's not awful. Wong lets me either heal a damage from my identity, which is my own hero, or discard the top card from this deck so we can cycle through better spells. Pretty nice. I no longer need to heal all that much, so I can just flip to the other side. I wish he would do 3 damage so I can get rid of this stupid one. I really need to get rid of that one, so that I can actually use this spell. Oh, I can. Okay, I think I got it. Let's see. 3 for that one, and then 2 for that one. Yes, okay. For 3, we put Wong into play. By Night Nurse, I'm sorry. And we can either exhaust Wong for his ability, but in this case I'm gonna do attack. And that means he deals 2 damage. And those little stars mean that whenever your ally attacks, he also, or towards in this case, he also gets a damage. He has 3 health, but that's okay. And then we have this one, which lets us heal 2 damage. Not that we have that much, but that's okay. So we go back to 10. And then we get to do 2 damage, so we do another 2 here. That means he has 4, he only has 3 health, so goodbye stupid armored guard, go away. I'm pretty pleased with that. And it would have been much nicer if we could have hit him right now before he damages us further, but no such luck. I do have another one of these though, so I can potentially do this twice next round. No, they cannot. There are a couple of support or upgrades in the game that will give you some additional hit points throughout the game, so you can improve your health as long as you have that card. So it can say you have +1 or +2 or +3 hit points. But I'm pretty sure those are not in this deck. Hand size of 5. Okay, ready. Back to him. Start of the villain phase. He gets one of these stupid chips. And then I get attacked by both of these. Do I have anything defensive that I want to do? This one doesn't cost me any cards, and it would basically mean that this one doesn't damage me at all, so that would be possible. Ooh, let's see. Oh, this one already has to be in play. That's not helpful. I can do this to save myself 1 damage basically, but it's not super useful. I think I'm gonna need my cards to actually pay for the cost of that one. Because I'm gonna want to do that twice, so that's 2 and 2. Oh, plus I need another one for this. I'm already short a card. Future known as problem, okay? Let's just take this hit for now. And then before you draw boosters from the villain, you have to decide if you're defending either with him, but I can also let the ally take the hit, which might not be a bad plan, honestly. Basically, I would kill Wong straight away. If I don't kill Wong, however, I could do heal 1 damage. And, oh, it doesn't let me draw a card. I thought I could draw a card. It only lets me discard a card. I want to draw a card. Why can I not draw a card? Sad. Okay, well, in that case, I think I'm just going to sacrifice Wong to Klaw. Sorry, Wong. So we're still draw the booster cards as usual. So 1 booster card of 3 damage and another one of no damage? Okay. Well, it was still 3. So Wong would get 3 hits. He only has 2 lives left. So goodbye, Wong. Sorry, dude. I could have taken that hit, honestly. Oh well. And that should be it. Oh no, that's not true. Encounter time. An encounter. Oh, this is a bad one, guys. This is an obligation. And whatever hero you play, you shuffle an obligation into that deck. And that can usually be pretty annoying. If you do, but there's an even worse one. There's one that lets you bring a nemesis into play. At least it's not that one. Let's see. The next event I play will cost 3 additional resources. And after that, the obligation only gets discarded, not thrown out of the game. Or I can flip to my other mode and exhaust him. Basically, I lose him for the next round, which is pretty sucky. But then this card gets removed out of the deck entirely. I think it's okay because I was short a card to do this one twice. And I can trigger it with this one without needing him. So he can actually be exhausted. I'm okay with that. Go like this, flip to the side, so you're exhausted. Physical toll gets no, doesn't go there. It goes out of the game. Okay, there we go. But yeah, usually that lets you not use your hero for an entire turn, so that can be a pretty sucky one, but in this case it's okay. For 0.2 seconds I was afraid this was going to be the Nemesis one, but it's not. Okay. I'm currently not in hero mode, which makes this one pretty darn useless, so we're going to flip him to the other side. That he's back on here. And then we're going to do this. Pay the print, first pay for this one with 1. Does it matter which one I'm playing? Not really. No, not really. There we go. And then I have to pay this cost, which is 2. This one would let me draw cards though, if I defend nicely. I think I want to keep that one. Even though I'm sort of wasting a double, because the other card I discarded was 1 resource, but if you used it to pay for a green card, it counted as 2. Okay, so we activate this. Instead of it going to the discard pile, the Master of the Mystic Art card set it once back on top of this deck. Now I get to stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. Stun. This is a really slow game, by the way. Klaw's really evil at throwing a whole bunch of stuff at you, so this is only the second hit I actually got to take at this villain. I feel like this should be able to be played quicker. At this rate, we're gonna be here a while. But that's okay, guys. I had to skip the last 2 or 3 Mondays. I know people have been hoping that I continue my Marvel Mondays again, so hey, you get more Marvel Champions time today, so yay. Alright. Unexhaust everything. Refill up to 5. Oh, I have another power of protection. That's nice. Oh, I forgot if I didn't fix this. Oh, I couldn't fix it, so it's fine. Okay, this goes to 6 now, so this completes. We're not happy with that, guys. So this goes away now. And then we go to the next one. Discard card from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. There we go again with the stupid minions. That's the Nemesis one, by the way. The one we really don't want. Okay, that's another armored guard. This way Klaw is never dying. And then we are going to the other side. I thought this brought Immortal Klaw into play, but I think that's when we defeated first Klaw stage. That's okay. Okay, so if this one gets 8 per player, we have a problem. Then we lose the game. But we're not quite there yet. Then the minions and the villain attack. This one attacks 1. Oh, this also gets a tough status. Stupid thing. Okay, so this one attacks 1 and this one attacks 1. So I go down to health. And this one is stunned, so this one doesn't... Oh, crap! Crap. I forgot about his tough status. The first hit we throw at him, he doesn't actually take damage. Uh-oh. That means he didn't have the 7 and he doesn't have the stun card. I totally screwed that up. So he doesn't get any cards and he still has 10 health. This is what you get, guys, for not live streaming for a long time and then being distracted with streaming and narrating and all that and then messing up your game. Please forgive me for all the silly mess-ups today. Okay, so he's still at 10 health. He doesn't have he is not stunned, so that means he actually does get to attack us, and we only have 7 health, so this could be a serious problem, because I've run out of defensive cards. I can still defend with my base defense, but I think 7 should be okay. The maximum we can do is 6, and then hopefully we won't get an encounter that will do this. The really sucky part is that this spell is still at the top, and until we manage to get rid of the armored guard, we can't actually kill him. I feel like this is like this thing where you take 1 step forward and then 2 steps backward. That's what this particular round feels like, of this particular game of Marvel Champions today. Not the entire Marvel Champions game, but today that's what it feels like. Okay, drawing boosters, that's nothing. And that's 2. That's not awful. That means if we do get a second attack, we might still be okay. And yeah, uphill battle is a good description for this. Alright, encounter card. The villain attacks you. Because of course, we have 5 health. If we get hit with a triple, I think we're gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. 2 plus 0, that's 2. I feel like if I don't risk it, I keep defending, I'm never gonna get anything accomplished either. So I felt like I had to kind of do this. Okay. Now what else are we doing? This one says play only if you have the Mystic trait, which he has. The reason it says that is because you can usually play upgrades and supports with other people's heroes. And this one might not go on every hero in the game. This one is nice. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and then do some additional stuff that could get rid of this one. We're gonna have to give that a go. I think we still can't activate this. I think we're gonna be short a card, which is a pretty big problem. I really need 1 more card. Also, let's just do this first before I forget. Heal twice. That's not gonna be enough, but let's pretend it is. Okay. So we're gonna pay for you with 3 other cards. 1, 2, 3. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. The first... oh, I'm gonna have to do this first. And I'm gonna do his basic attack of 1 first to get rid of this tough status card. Exhaust him. Because I can't pay for a spell this round anyway. I think I should be utilizing that spell deck a lot better than I actually am. I think I shouldn't be as afraid to cycle through it. This one is really powerful, but so far I'm having a hard time actually activating it, so maybe I should have gone for something different. Anyway, I did that. Got rid of this tough status card, then I pay for this one. Deal 5 damage to an enemy, so we're killing this guy because we have to. We also look at the top card from our deck, and normally we would either get to stun him, confuse him, deal another 2 damage, or all of the above, which would be nice to throw on Klaw, but we have to get rid of him before we can attack Klaw, so that's wasteful, but there are worse things in the world. It is confused, so the enemy would also be confused, but nobody cares because the enemy is very dead. Goodbye, dead enemy. And that means we run out of cards again. At least the turns are quick, guys. Okay, refilling up to 5. Almost at the bottom of the deck, which means additional encounters that I'm not too happy with. Okay. Oh, I should probably flip him to the other side because schemes might be better than attacks at this point. I don't have an awful lot of health. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so then that's 1 threat at the start of a villain phase, and then 2 plus 1 is another 3. That's halfway towards losing the end of the game as well, but otherwise we would probably run out of life, so that's also not great. Time for an encounter. Seriously, guys, it's another armored guard. We're never winning this if these keep showing up. Why won't you die? I'm crying, guys, on the inside. And if this keeps up, then also on the outside. Seriously, this is so sucky. Ooh, this is nice. That once per round I can exhaust this card and ready him again once he's in hero mode. That's pretty neat. He would be really nice to get into play, but he would also cost a whole lot of cards. I'm not sure that's a good idea. This one would let me get rid of most of the threat on there, which would be great. I also kind of need to heal. So many choices, I kind of want to do it all. That's not what's gonna happen. I'm wondering if I'm gonna try and get rid of this one right now, or if I want to wait for something weaker, because... Oh, I actually have another card, because I flipped to this mode, so I have an hand size of 6. That's better. That might solve stuff. I was going to say I kind of want to do this and this, but I don't have the cards for it. But now I might. Okay. That might solve stuff. Because if I throw a stun on him, then I can survive the attack. Even though I don't have a lot of health. That should do it. Let's go for that. Oh no, that's a lie. Let's see, 3. And then I need to pay 2. Oh no, I need to pay. I can do it. Okay, we're going to do this. Which is a little bit sad because I do have some really powerful cards here that I kind of really want to actually play. But can't have it all, so let's go for this. Oh crap, I forgot the tough again. I have to get rid of the tough one first. Oh, I hate the way this round is playing out. And yeah, I hope this is the last armored guard Lycan. I would think it is. Right? It has to be at some point. That's my logic anyway. There's just no good way of doing this. I'm gonna save him for later then. Okay, this is 2 for a protection card. Plus, yeah, I can also do this instead of... Darn it. I've run out of great choices. I'm gonna flip to this side. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Attack once, exhaust, get rid of him. Then do the magic blast, which is 1, 2, 3 cards. No, I can't do it. I thought I could play this one after, but I can't because this needs another 2 and I don't have another 2. No, that doesn't solve stuff. Can't do it like this. I'm gonna die if I try it like this. Never mind. New plan. Stupid armored guard, go away. Seriously. If I'm not gonna put him in hero mode, I might as well heal him, so I'm gonna put him back up to 8. Most of my defensive abilities do require me to be in hero mode. The Magic Blast does as well, so I can't even play the Magic Blast and get rid of this stupid one. That's sucky. That means we're just gonna put him into play because that's pretty much all we can do at this point. And we're gonna get pay for these 3. You might think that's 3 and this says 4, but it says it can count as double if you're paying for a green protection card. He gets 2 counters, and whenever he attacks, I remove a counter, stun an enemy, and deal 1 damage to it. We have to attack him first, or him, I suppose, but we can't attack him, so we're gonna do this. His first hit is just gonna get rid of the tough status, which is a little wasteful. Then this one goes away. He gets stunned, so at least I don't get attacked as much. Oh, this is gonna add 3 plus 1. This is gonna add 8. I would be dead if I do it this way. Okay, I cannot heal. I'm dead if I heal. I'm dead either way, I think, but let's pretend I'm not, okay? Or I will leave him into play and we thwart one, but that's not gonna solve it either. I think I'm just gonna have to admit defeat here and die. I can keep trying to stretch this, but there's no good way out of this at this point. If I stay in this mode, we're getting 2 plus 1 is another 3 plus 1 at the start of villain phase, so that's 4. 4 plus 4 makes 8. That would be game over, and if he attacks me, I'm probably losing on life, so... However we shake this, guys, I don't think we can save this one. Okay, anyway, he got stunned, and he has 1 damage. If we stay on this side, we're guaranteed to be dead, so we are gonna go on this side, and then we can either thwart or defend. I think it would be better to actually recover and then flip to the other side and get attacked. Okay, so we did recover 3 to get to 8, and then we flip to this side. We are exhausted, but we have 8 life. I think this is the best shot we have. And also he attacked, so he gets a damage. Alright. I think that's it. 1, and that's the end of my deck, so that would mean an additional encounter this round. See, just bad options one after the other. So much trouble. Yes, Fluff, I know. This game is evil. Yes, it is. Also, what's with all of these stupidly expensive cards? Okay, there we go. Readying him. Okay, so 1 goes here, and then the entire universe attacks me. Do I have anything useful to defend right now? Oh, this one, the +2 that I could throw at him to defend that one. That might be okay. I'm gonna grab the 2 damage from these guys. And then I probably do need to do this. Even though I kind of want to save stuff for the more expensive fancy things, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna go for the Desperate Defense, which is a pretty accurate name right now, guys. I mean, gotta admit. Desperate Defense +2. So we have a defense of 4. Drawing boosters. Put weapons runner in... Oh, we have another minion. At least we don't have another booster. That's a problem. It's the end of his deck as well. We do only get 1 damage, which defends this, so that means he's still ready. Which is less sucky-ish. Okay, so this now gets a +1, which means at the start of every round we get 2 threat here instead of 1. Did I mention we're in trouble, guys? So much trouble. Okay. We still have to do encounters. We already had 1 because we ran out, because the deck ran out, and now we're getting another one. So let's see what they are. Treachery. Each Masters of Evil's minion. That's none of these. Yay. Okay. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck, discard pile for a Master of Evil minion, and put it into play with you. We're getting 4 minions, guys. Sigh. Why does this game hate me so? Okay. That's not great. So now we also have Radioactive Man, which has a health of 7. Did I mention we're dying? Because we are. Okay, second encounter for this round. And then just for the heck of it, we'll play 1 round and then we will get completely guilt. I promise this villain is doable. And like I said, I think I really didn't utilize the invocation deck very well at all. I definitely feel like I should be able to play this better. I thought he was going to be stronger, but I think he might not be as overpowered as I thought he was. And also, I don't think I'm playing him well. So this is definitely partially on me. When revealed in hero mode, the villain, each minion engaged with you attacks you. Well, guys, it was nice knowing you, but this is never going to happen. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 attack already. Plus whatever the heck he throws at us. This is so not happening. Let's just, for the heck of it, see if we get the luckiest booster cards ever. Okay, these 4 all attack. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Oh no, so that was the boost. Forced response. Yeah, still discard 1 card at random from your hand. And the very pitiful few cards I have are all kind of great. So yeah, not amazing. That's the one that lets me heal, so we're very screwed. Now he attacks, so we draw 2 booster cards. 1. If this one is 0, we're alive. Okay, that's 3. 4 health. -2. Very dead, guys. Very, very, very dead. I think this makes up for the very lucky run I had last time I faced Klaw, because last time me and everybody watching was like, well, you're dying, and then I managed to get the luckiest card draw ever and pulled off a really nice combo. Everything just clicked and we won with like 1 health left over, so yeah. This is more in line with what I was expecting, and maybe I should have been smart and just stuck to Rhino whenever I try out a new hero, so I can figure out the best way to play him and then take on Klaw and not get slaughtered miserably. But hey, it was an interesting run. This was a good game. This was definitely an interesting matchup and one that I'm going to try again once I get the hang of this deck a little bit better. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I'm definitely I should be back on Friday to stream one of the Harry Potter universe games. Either Dead Eaters Rising or Hogwarts Battle. I think it's going to be Hogwarts Battle because that one has been requested quite a bit. However, there is a chance that I'm going to have to move that date up again because I need a larger camera setup to get the entire game into view. It's quite large. It doesn't fit with the current setup I'm using. And the stand I'm using to mount the camera on is currently at a friend's to be repaired, and I should have it back on Wednesday, and if everything goes according to plan, that means we're doing Hogwarts Battle on Friday. Otherwise, I might need to swap for something else. That's the only thing I have scheduled, along with all the Marvel Mondays. But I might do some more streams throughout the week because I've really missed you guys, and it sucks that I wasn't able to stream all of last week, so yeah. Hopefully we'll do some more spontaneous streams. Thank you all for watching. It was great fun. And I'll definitely see about getting some play-along scheduled as well so that you guys get to play some games with me. I think we should be able to do a few on Sunday. Once I figure it out for sure, I'll put them on my Facebook page as usual. Feel free to give me a follow here or on Facebook or Instagram. I'm known in those games everywhere. I also have a YouTube account, but that currently only has ports from older Twitch streams that because Twitch only saves stuff for a couple weeks, so no original content there yet, but if you've missed some of those play-alongs and you would like to play some Roll and Flip and Rides, or you would like to watch me play some of the other Marvel Champions heroes, you can check that out. Have a great evening, and I hope to see you guys at the next one. Bye bye!